Welcome everybody to this playthrough of We Happy Few. Got, I'd say, an hour and a half into the playthrough, and my recording software crashed. So, I was also live streaming at the time, so what I ended up having to do is go onto Twitch and download my Twitch VOD. So what you're about to see was actually a Twitch VOD. So, any reduction in quality, that's the cause. Anyway, here it is. Enjoy! Welcome everybody. We are going to play We Happy Few. Now, what is We Happy Few? I don't know a lot about it. I remember being intrigued by the first trailer I ever saw when it was going to go into, like, early access mode. Intentionally didn't play it because I wanted to wait until it was not early access anymore. Dystopian alternate history with drugs. So, let's do it. Story or sandbox? Normal. Begin or not yet? Not yet. It's kind of an interesting. Let's begin. Act 1, Arthur. Just forget your past and you can be happy. God, these load times though. Hello. How lovely, a garden prize. No swimming in the river.
Heavens, no.
This reminds me of that newsroom in Brazil. If anybody's ever seen the movie Brazil, watch it immediately. Hastings Brothers wins scrap gathering prize.
Oh, God.
What's going on? So 1964.
Arthur, where are you? Arthur! How did you go? Arthur!
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
So we're having some kind of flashback. Do we want to remember it, or do we want to take the joy? Which I guess is the drug. I want to remember. Hold X to remember. Get out of here, stupid joy.
Percy! Percy!
Arthur, where are you?
I'm right here in the room with the machine.
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Ah, nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
Aha! The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
I'll get a new one.
Let's take the empty power cell. Stand up. Whoa, Arthur walks
Can't be this hard
super
to finish
fast.
up a day's work, can it?
So where are the power cells? Requires lockpick. I guess that's for all three of them. We can sit here. Joy anniversary.
Do you know I used real butter in Deirdre's cake? And that was the last of it.
Interesting. Well, here. Place power cell. Sit down. And restore. Now, what are we restoring?
There is now a curfew in effect at night. Any civilian on the street...
What are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other. That's what we'll do.
Percival and Arthur Hastings were the surprise winners of the scrap drive. Arthur told the judges that his brother has a photographic memory. Percy knew exactly where all the old cars and prams and things were in the Garden District. Percival himself rarely speaks to strangers, apparently. The scrap will be melted down to be used to support the war effort against the Soviet Union, which is, by all reports, going splendidly. The brothers bought in a record 1,654 pounds of scrap steel, winning them 50... pounds, I don't know if that's euros or pounds, victory against Communist Bond. The second prize went to Alan Unwin, who brought in 315 pounds. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're working for some kind of agency who's censoring past documents? I'll accept it.
That's a past we can remember safely. Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card.
Let's censor this one and see what happens. Ah. So are these just like on file somewhere, like microfiche records, and we're changing them so nobody can come back and see them? Drug trials, a qualified success, says Sir Robert. So, anti-melancholic medication, qualified. Alexander Gross, acting head of the Melancholia Studies Laboratory, Royal Victoria Hospital, reduced melancholic feelings in 28 out of 30 despondent rats over a 20-day period. So, we probably don't want to censor this. We probably want to accept it since it's...
Nothing wrong with that one.
Seems like we're all drug users now. Read all newspaper articles as Arthur and redacted only. I missed what that said. So, let's stand up now that she's not blocking the door. What are we doing here? This is City Hall.
Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get out. Well, that would break it for everybody. Clive Birth Whistle. You're off at the party, aren't you?
So, I don't know how we see the stuff we pick up. So we can crouch. I'm not seeing how to... Oh well. We picked up something. I guess the game will teach us how to read documents if we ever need to. So here's another restoration machine. I guess one of my coworkers works in here. There's nothing in the file cabinet. Let's use their
Let's see what
redactor.
Miss Bing thinks of your work now, Clive.
So we're gonna sabotage somebody? Farm workers expected to return from Germany with the last harvest in and frost painting the valley of Thuringen Wellington Wells. 129 volunteer farm workers are expected to return home within the next 2 weeks, states Sir Robert Bing. Each highly paid and well-fed volunteer worker replaces one German soldier historically fighting communism on the Eastern Front. Unemployed men of Wellington Wells who are interested in volunteering for work in Germany in the spring should contact Hauptmann Werner Erhard's office in Waterloo House. So this seems like a positive thing. What happens if we censor a positive thing?
That's a rather inconvenient bit of history.
Is it? I guess I'm not sure if we want to play along with what we should be doing or if we want to not do what we should be doing. Taxi service restored. on 3 wheels, Wellington Wells once again has taxi service, bicycle taxi that is. The enterprising young Nigel Hemingford is now carrying paying passengers along Parade Street. He is also willing to take up to 2 customers at a time anywhere in Wellington Wells. I don't see why this is bad news. We'll approve that one.
Not sure about that.
I guess maybe if I'd read more, I'd have seen what we needed to censor. Arthur seems to have thought that we should censor it. So thanks to heroic efforts of Colonel? Is that COL period? Von Stauffenberg's efficient mechanics of Wellington Under will restore limited service. The following stations will be serviced from 1 hour after curfew ends to 1 hour before curfew begins. Waterloo, Menorca City Hall, Trafalgar, Thermae, Victoria. Tickets are 1 or 6 for the aged. Details are available at the stations during operation hours. So...
I hope I did that right.
I don't know, I mean... Should we be doing this? Nah, I'm done using the redacting machine. Let's get out of here. So, we found locked doors that say they require lockpicks.
Whatever happened to you, Prudence?
So, somebody not coming to work in a while? Yeah. There's her basket. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Welcome back became come back. So stuff's piling up in her tube.
You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did she go?
You know what? I'm not going to use... Well, we'll look at a couple of... Oh, no power. And I don't really care. What's here?
I did take them. No, leave me alone. I took my joy. No, leave me alone. No.
So they just got forcefully injected with joy.
Oh, hi, Arthur.
Hello. Don't worry, we are routine joy takers.
Just, watching the day go by.
So we put the paper away, but not stand. Interesting.
We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
Make sure you eat some of your veg fresh. Can't get fresh veg? Remember, lots of weeds contain vitamin C.
So this is being projected on the side of a building?
Sorrel has 14 milligrams of vitamin C for every 100 grams you eat. Chicory has 24. Clover and dandelion are smashing sources of vitamin C. They're all around us.
So we got a broken tube.
I think it's safe to say that just about anything that's green grows in the ground.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the sweets come out. Come on, hit it. Hit it.
Give me something to hit it with.
Come on. Come on.
Got him.
Come on. You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
I am no such thing. Oh god. So a downer is somebody who doesn't take their joy? I don't seem to be able to interact with anything. Ah. So we want to sneak, but where are we sneaking to? Ah. Can I turn that valve? No. Downer! I am not a downer! So if the police are after me, it must be illegal to not take joy.
Put that down!
Oh god.
You smelled gas?
Flaming Nora.
Forget him, there's no time.
You can hide perfectly in tall yellow flowers, not in other flora though. Fill your canteens from pumps in the garden district. Arthur, Sally, and Ollie. Oh. Why did that just jump by like that? Generate the world and compact the world. I'm not sure how I feel about this so far. Like, definitely confused right off the bat. But, I mean, we just started. We've literally been playing for 15 minutes, so there's definitely time to sort of wrap our minds around what's going on. I think I understand what's going on, though. It's planting the foliage as it generates the world. I wonder if we're about to be outside based on the length of this loading screen. Happy is the country with no past. Well, I maybe that's not true. I mean, I'm sure countries have things that they wish weren't part of their history. So if you don't have a history, you know, it's all just the promise of a bright future. You know, nobody thinks that their country is, or nobody, I guess, sets out to have a country that doesn't do things that they perceive as positive. Act like everyone else and they'll like you more. I see that, because not taking my joy definitely ended in disaster. I wonder what would have happened if we'd have taken our joy and not attempted to remember our brother, who I assume is dead? Because that article was about Percival, our brother, and us, Arthur. But we were also hearing this voice like of somebody calling, you know, Arthur, Arthur. Arthur, Sally, and Ollie write many things in their journals. Some of them might be good to know. I'm really shocked by these loading screens. Guess there's nothing to do but kind of hang out as they're going by. If you're missing something critical, perhaps a shopkeeper can sell it to you. Try Lionel and the odds and ends, or that loony in the treehouse. Some flowers bloom only at night, some encounters too. Here we go. Did the same thing last time, where even after it appeared to load, it was just a black screen for a while.
Christ, how far did those bastards chase me? There were bridges, weren't there? And tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
So wait. So we were chased and smacked down, but then they just left us?
Those bobbies seem to have locked me in. I suppose they were worried about the gas. Terribly thoughtful of them.
That makes sense. Left is right, right is wrong. So there's a bathroom. That's currency, I guess? A sovereign?
Prudence really did run off. And she ran this way. I wonder if I'll see her again.
Drink from tap or fill container. Requires a canteen. What happens if we drink from tap? Something in the opening, or the loading screen hint thing said something like there's no joy in the water in the gardens. You're well hydrated. Sprinting will cost less stamina now. So are we joyous now? Is that what that like smiling face at the top means? So we're stealth, not stealth. That smile must mean we're on joy. So what's down here? Oh, we can hit Y to read. Okay, well, how do we get to this? Okay, let's read the notes we picked up so far. What were you thinking? Well, Arthur, you've gone and done it, haven't you? Not only rather spectacularly quit your job, but you're a downer now. The townsfolk will unleash the hounds, or they would if we hadn't eaten them 20 years ago. The Westrels do not seem terribly friendly. I hope they aren't really cannibals. Oh God, I'm one of them now, aren't I? I've got to get out of Wellington Wells. I've got to get over the bridge and off the islands. Which means I've got to get back to the parade district, don't I? Which I was just chased out of. Brilliant. So am I talking to myself here? What in dog's name were you thinking? Percey, I saw his picture. From just before we put them all in the train. God, all that horrible grinding steel, and the screams. How he must hate me. Why did I tell Jerry's I was already 13? They were only off by 10 days. Why didn't I keep my mouth shut and get on the train and go off to Germany with him like I promised him? I can't remember, but I promised him. That's got to mean something. I've got to go find Percey, wherever he is, and make sure he's okay. P.S. How long have we been eating rats? A letter from Miss Bing. Oh, look, Miss Bing has written Clive a letter. Dear Mr. Birthwhistle, it was so thoughtful of you to suggest how best to rearrange the department. I am always grateful for suggestions from junior staff of how best to do my job as director. However, I am afraid that it would be destabilizing to swap your office with that of Mr. Hastings. Fortunately, turnover in this department is high. If Prue doesn't return soon, I don't see why you couldn't have her office. In the meantime, I suggest you pop another joy, and you'll feel the sunshine on your face, whether you have a window or not. All the best, Victoria Bing, Director. Take that, Clive, you little shit. Handwritten letter. And here's the letter in what I am almost positive is Clive's terrible handwriting. Dear Director Bing, one of your employees is a subversive and may even be a downer. I overheard him in the commissary telling a friend that he thinks that his job redacting old articles is silly, and what's so scary about the truth? He is very tall and slim with black hair and brown eyes and glasses. I know I should have asked his name, but I am naturally a shy woman, and there it leaves off. A shy woman, are you, Clive, or just a nasty manipulative schemer? So, the Diary of Prudence Holmes. Was this a mistake? It seems so clever to disappear first, rather than trying to brazen my way across the bridge. After enough joy, they'd forget they ever known a Prudence Holmes. So Prudence is the one that's missing, right? Beastly Clive would take my office, and they'd forget anyone else who was ever in it. But now that I'm here, I wonder, should I put my trust in Mr. Kite? And where are his bloody instructions? In the abandoned house? Yes, but which abandoned house? They're all abandoned. And how to deal with all these Westrels? What's a Westrel, or a Wastrel? My God, they look like something out of Dante. We'd chase someone out whenever they wouldn't take their joy, but we never really thought about where they went. I knew we chased them out when joy made them sick, but I didn't know it was here to starve and weep and remember. I assumed they were sent to a sanatorium, a decent hospital, but I suppose that's what I wanted to believe. We are all complicit. We know nothing. We know without knowing and don't want to remember, so we don't. My God, I can't wait to get to the mainland. So I guess Prudence is like taken off. How do I... Alright, turn that radio off. How do I... Before when I tried that, it didn't bring anything up. October 1964, to Rupert Underhill, Station 4, Jim Watt, Chief Engineer. Dear Rupert, are you quite certain Teddy's off his joy? Perhaps he's merely forgot. You gotta look after your mates, man. Have you tried tying a string around his finger? That always helps me. Anyway, I can't reassign Teddy because I haven't got a replacement. All the juniors are off at Scargill. The subsidence has been serving all sorts of connections, and the muddling must flow. I really appreciate your sticking by your post. If we don't do our duty, who are we? But try the string around the finger. I feel certain you will manage the situation. All my best, Jimmy. So here's our statistics. Okay. So now we're all caught up on the lore we've been picking up. I guess now we can continue on out of this tunnel. So wastrels are people that they've run out for not taking their joy. So I guess that's what we are now, but I thought that's what a downer was.
Well, I'm not getting out that way.
So that said sealed. What's down here?
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick.
Okay, I'm ready to try that. I got the, so my crafting menu. Oh, there's like survival elements. I'm hungry. Interesting. Okay. Notes, stats, skill tree, inventory. Where is that? I thought I picked up bobby pins. Crafting components.
If I was Percy, I'd just go promenading about, wondering why everyone was staring. He never did quite grasp what's so important about wearing clothes.
So I got crafting. I got these bobby pins. What do I do with them? Hold for full stack. I don't know, man. So we must be missing something down here. We checked there. We checked there. It's likely that I'm just not understanding something about how the crafting system works. I don't want that radio back on. Here's more bobby pins. Scotch. Empty desk. What was that? Sit. Okay, so I've got bobby pins. Requires a lockpick. How do I make it? Dirty bandage. Got it. Find a way up and out, make a lockpick, and open the door. How do I make a lockpick? You know how everyone in movies can pick locks? Now you can too. Unlock simple mechanical locks. So I don't craft it from the crafting components menu. I have to go to... Alright. So we can make a jimmy bar out of metal bits. We don't have enough, but we do have enough for a lockpick. It requires 2 bobby pins. We have 3. Hold A to craft. I can do that. So, but now we're missing ingredients. Now I wonder if this breaks after we use it.
Trouble finally pay off.
Got him.
What happened to him? Or rather, who?
Electro Lock Shocker. Where did that thing go? There was a category called Gadgets. The device opens one simple electronic lock, then the magic smoke escapes and it's of no use anymore. Promises. Pick up. So we just picked up a mask.
Are they going to hurt us?
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But have they hurt the city?
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
Why?
Because we surrendered, I hope.
Well, what are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other.
Okay, so when Arthur and Percy were children, they were in like a war-torn city. And I guess those rotating masks are just collectibles. What's in there? This looks like a nice little contained room. Okay, I can swipe a key card, or I can hold Y to hack, and I imagine that that's that lock thing I have. Power the hatch.
Too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to just yet.
Tutorial. Unlocking fast travel hatches will allow you to quickly and safely travel to other unlocked hatches using the underground train tracks. You can also select any unlocked hatch from the map no matter where you are, so long as you are not busy, and be instantly magically teleported to it. So we've got one hatch online, basically. Now we can basically fast travel here. No other hatch is powered. I look into the lights like the doctor's ordered. I could swear I see shapes in there moving around, like shadows, but made of light. And there's shadows all around, always around the corner. He keeps turning lights off, says he wants to save the bulbs. He's trying to make me think I'm going blind, isn't he? How he loves to feel superior. September 19th. I took 2 joy just so I could stand his ugly face. Why won't it work? Has he swapped them out for something? Paracetamol? Jelly beans? Jesus, we haven't had jelly beans since... Have we ever had jelly beans? I hate when he talks in that slow, condescending voice, like I'm a child. I'm not a child, am I? I don't even know any children. Obviously. Jesus, what is wrong with my joy? There he is, scritching away in the corner. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Mr. Gibbon? And then, the whoosh of the pneumatic tube. He's blaming it all on me, what happened, isn't he? He says it's his missus. I don't believe he's still got a missus. With his big mossy teeth? I bet she went on holiday long ago. Was I married once? How did it end? I get an awful feeling in my stomach. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy remembering. Something is all fucked up about the joy, and he won't send me home. We've got to stay here. Duty. I can hear him crunching in the dark. It isn't rats. It's his big mossy teeth. I lie awake and picture squeezing his throat till he turns the color of my carrots. He bloody well stole. He's plotting something. Let him try to weasel out of this one. I saw him writing those lies. Reassign me, will he? Off my joy, am I? I'm bloody with tripling up, and he knows it. I'm bloody well tripling up, and he knows it. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. So Theodore Minor, obvious joy user. Okay, so that thing about like not knowing any children, and that thing about, you know, why did I tell him that I was 13 or whatever? I was only 10 days off or whatever. It seems like they shipped away all the children before they started like the joy use. Your stash has unlimited storage. Crafting components stored here can be used everywhere. So this is like a place to put stuff when I have too much stuff. That makes sense. We'll take that bobby pin. So we've gone in a full circle. Let's search this person. Bobby pin. So let's try hacking. Yeah, it's definitely the little zapper thing. Oh boy. Whoa!
We've come to the end of our time.
Hey, I think I just read something you wrote. Okay, I need to let my stamina rebuild. Hey man, let's just chill out. Alright. Are you off your joy?
That's the first fight I've won since primary school. Actually, I think it's the first fight I've been in since primary school.
Huh. Okay, so now we understand kind of how unarmed combat works. Requires a lockpick. Well, we have lockpick stuff. Crafting. Got that lockpick. Wait, didn't we just craft a lockpick? Maybe we crafted that other thing. No, we had to have because we had more bobby pins than that. Do we not have a lockpick? It's just my regular ass inventory. Lockpick, right there. We have a lockpick. Maybe it's a bug where... Huh. Oh. Hold Y. I'm an idiot. So we got metal bits. We'll take all of that. Well, now we got a way up and out.